Hey guys, welcome back to another update. Got disturbance number 1 in the Atlantic, disturbance number 3 there. You also have disturbance number 2 here, which is heading towards the north. You'll probably do that. But this storm is more of a threat. This one. The Gulf of Mexico one is, going down. It's not going to form. It's dead right now. Central Pacific. You got the remnants of Hone in the Central Pacific, moving into the Western Pacific. JTWC's already marked that. We've got Typhoon Jebi, or whatever it's called. Yagi. We've got Typhoon Yagi. It's like tropical storm Yagi. You got Tropical Depression 1C. You got Yagi here, which is going to be moving basically like that. You got this storm, which will probably be moving out towards the ocean like that. Let me show you Yagi first. So what Yagi's going to do, it's now making landfall with winds of 45 miles an hour. It's going to be moving over the islands. It's going to go from 75 knots to 100 knots. It's going to go from 100, so it's going to probably peak at around about 125 miles an hour. About 120 to 125. And it should hit Hainan Island probably either at that intensity or a little bit weaker, and then move towards Vietnam, probably as a weakening storm. You still can't rule out some effects there, but there is a little bit. The wind, there's no wind shear to this system. The wind shear is further off towards the north up here and south. So know that this is in an environment where it's favorable for the storm to really explode when it gets into the South China Sea. I'm going to quickly show you the modelings now of the storm. Before I do that, I'm going to show you the La Nina. We're officially now in a La Nina. 0.5.4. That's official La Nina by the World Meteorological Organization. But you've got the tropical storm Yagi, which looks really good right now. Forecast models. I'll show you that. I think the models have downgraded a little bit on that area of interest in the Gulf, but they are hinting of something developing. You can see just here. You can see some development here. It's only very weak, and you can see some development off the Yucatan Peninsula, because you can see this gyre kind of formation, it's spin. So this is the 6Z model, and the 12Z model could have been different. Show you the 12Z model one. They have 3 systems out there. So they have obviously this system, which obviously becomes Francine before this system. So if that system becomes Francine, that will become golden. And we've got a little area of interest there which should pop out of nowhere. And obviously Gordon doesn't really become a major anymore. It just moves over the Yucatan and just sums straight into Mexico. There's a weak storm. Maybe gets to 993 millibars. Maybe gets to a brief hurricane and then obviously just weakens. Obviously it moves into the Gulf again, and apparently this loop becomes 942 millibars. And that's heading straight towards where Ida made landfall in 2021. Right over Louisiana as a category 4. Just take this as a grain of salt. It might not happen. But you can see it becomes a hurricane near the Yucatan, goes over the Yucatan, comes back over the ocean, heads towards the north as a tropical storm and moves straight towards the south, and then it goes back up north again. The 18Z model one from yesterday, though, is kind of different. They don't really have it as a strong system. You got two systems. You got that one that comes off the coast of Africa, the one that's going off the coast of Africa, but you can also see the one, you also see another area of interest in front of it, which could rapidly organize here, and that should be pushing off towards the north, that should be pushing off towards the north, this will be pushing off towards the west. See, they're both being pushed towards the west, or the west-northwest. They're both being pushed towards this way. Obviously, due to the mixture of the high pressure, they're going to eventually move out towards the open ocean. But this one is going to be moving towards whenever, and then obviously, and just stay strong. So the modern ones are backing off a little bit of this and becoming a major hurricane. But you still can't rule out at this time of the year for sure, because it could still become a major. So I wouldn't rule it out yet. If it doesn't form by September 5th or September 10th, then probably we could rule out a major hurricane. We got Yagi right now. That's the tropical depression Hone in the central, in the western Pacific. It's looking better than what it did 3 days ago. You got the remnants of tropical cyclone Asna, which is heading towards Omar. You got Invest 93W, which looks trash. And then you got Yagi 12W, which looks pretty impressive. You can see it's a lopsided storm. You can see most of the convections on this side. It's because it's over the mountains of Manila, and when it gets off Metro Manila, the mountains, when it gets over here, it probably will get itself organized and probably will start rapidly intensifying, as it should be, as these systems will do in the western Pacific. So show you the satellite imagery, and then call it a day. But yeah, you can see some significant cloud tops blowing up around the center of circulation right there. Right, the purple is the minus 85s to minus 90-degree cloud tops. Right here. About minus 85-degree cloud tops, so it's still good, but you guys in Manila will be getting like some significant rainfall from this system. the outer bands, pretty much the whole of the northern Philippines, from the Tacloban region to Luzon, Metro Manila, you guys will get at least 100 millimeters of rainfall, which I believe in inches is 56 inches of rain from this system, which is a lot. But if you notice in the latest frames over here, you can see a tiny little spin. Nothing much, but that's not where the center is. The center is where the big area of convection is right now, overland. There is some minus 90-degree cloud tops trying to pop up. I'll show you the high-res satellite imagery because it looks really good in satellite. Well, kind of looks good in satellite as it heads towards the dark. I'll show you a better satellite imagery of it. We go, there's Yagi. It's just this side's a little bit bare on convection. As soon as it sorts this side out, the northern side, it starts wrapping that convection more round and starts covering this part of the eye wall. And then it could rapidly intensify. And there's nothing really stopping this storm from, when it enters into the South China Sea, nothing really stopping the storm to really explode. So if you live in China, and Hainan Island, I would watch this system very carefully. As I'll bring up the code again. No, that's Hone's code. I don't want Hone's code. If I bring up the code again, it could impact you guys, Hainan Island. So anywhere in that cone, it will impact you. So it could go towards Hong Kong, but most likely the track is heading towards Hainan Island. And at that point, it will be a Category 2 landfall, most likely, or probably lowering Cat 3 landfall on Hainan Island. So if you live there, prepare for this system. Prepare like it's a Category 5, even though it won't be at the time, but just prepare like it's Cat 5 right there. The favourite is that there will be some strong wind shear coming from off the north, which will weaken the storm as it gets towards Vietnam and China, which is a good sign because I think it will probably peak somewhere over here, probably as a Category 4, maybe. And then obviously as it heads towards the west, which they do at this time of year, they end up weakening at this time of year due to either southerly wind shear or northerly wind shear from in this area. You see it a lot. You saw it with Haiyan. You saw it with Haiyan. You saw it with Rai. You saw it with Vanco in 2020. So that's the cone of Yagi. Stay safe. I'll see you all in the next update, probably later on, but I don't know, whenever. If there's any significant updates, I will do an update later on, but if not, I'll do one tomorrow. So stay safe and eat Yagi. Don't forget to prepare in Hainan Island for the system, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.